I am Larez Malarn, a paladin of Lathander, who is mostly helmed around people he doesn't know, because when he's unhelmed, he's a drow, and he's very self-conscious about that.
Hi, I am the greatest of all time, Biff Featherfist. I am a very small Kenku monk, although look more like a cockatiel than a raven. Got my little boxing gloves, and I'm ready to be the best that I can be. I want to win the title. I was worried Andy was giving me that look.
How about you? I like Featherfist.
That's just his nickname.
It's good.
Okay, I don't know what I did, but there we go. I didn't say anything. Sorry, that was Daniel's introduction. Soup.
Hello, I am Ishnot in your business, and what I have been doing is not in your business, so we're going to leave it at that.
Adding that to the list.
Okay. So, I was cut off. I was muted before. So, this episode is called And One for the Raven Queen. So, the three of you are in the small town of Red Larch. It's on the long road, about 7 days away from Waterdeep. The next biggest town up is Tribor, a couple days away. It's a mostly unnotable travel town. They have like 4 wagoneers for some reason, and a nice enough bar, a nice enough inn, nice enough general store. But coming through here, you can also find work because it's a nice travel spot on the long road. So the three of you have been hired by the town sheriff named Harbuck, who, by the looks of him, is also the town butcher. And he's only got a couple guardsmen, the Red Larch regulars. But yeah, he's met you guys at the tavern, this Helmet High Sun, or the Swinging Sword. I think it's the Helmet High Sun. And kind of nodding, downs his beer, wipes his foam mustache, and he says, Yep. So, I can offer a lot of you 500 gold if you can find this Jaffman lady who escaped from my prison, which I'm sure you're all going to find very hard to believe. It's foolproof. It's a cage out back of the butcher shop that I put a rock on top of. She got out of that somehow.
Why were you locking this woman up in a cage outside the butcher shop?
Well, interesting enough, we caught her a-spying.
Spying on what in this small town?
He'll kind of get conspiratorially close, and you can smell the beer on his breath. And Ishnot, it's not good beer.
Low quality.
Yeah, it's probably not even beer. It's some kind of rotten apple cider.
One thing at a time, Ishnot. One thing at a time.
And he'll say, "We got some Harper agents about, if you know what I mean." And they say she was taking some of their encrypted notes and doing who knows what with them. And I'm just doing what I'm told. And they said that we need to send her to the Waterdeep and that they could give us 500 gold to get her back. Because she has some of them notes still.
And so you thought someone messed up with the Harpers would be best served in a cage in the back. Okay. You have a long list of problems.
Wait. I don't hear. You're not the first person to tell me that, I'll tell you what, lady.
Whew. And I won't be the last. Okay. So 500 gold is what the Harpers gave you. So what are you going to give me on top of that for solving your problem for you?
Us.
Yes, them too.
My finest cut of T-bone?
I'll take it for now. We'll talk about it later when we finish the job.
Okay. Thank you kindly.
Ready, go! And then Biff will just start marching off. Then he'll come back when he realizes he doesn't know where he's going.
Do you say ready, go?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm keeping quiet and helmed with this guy, letting Ishnot do all the talking.
Oh. Yeah, he will. He'll say, well, take you to that cage. Maybe you can look around and see what happened. Yep. And he'll stand up, gonna brush off his bloody apron, wave at the barkeep who's polishing a glass, and he'll walk outside down the street a little bit and take you out behind his butcher shop where he has a couple cages set up where they have the looks like some town drunks drying out for the day.
Are they covered, the cages? Like, does the protected from the elements?
There's like kind of a like a back awning kind of thing out back behind the shop, so they wouldn't get rained on or snowed on or anything like that. But
it's like open air.
It is open air.
What time of year are we in?
Early spring. It's a pretty nice mild day out.
Okay, kind of like today was.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You said there's a few drunks trying out.
Yeah, a few drunks. Yeah, they're asleep. Yeah.
Biff will take a stick and draw a big question mark, and then point to one of the cages, and then point to one of the drunks, and then sort of look pointedly at the sheriff.
Not a pointing.
Yeah, that's other Steve. Is that what we want?
Biff will shake his head and then say, "Why?" And then he'll point at the cage again.
Wait, why is he in the cage? Public urination? It's your 4th offense this month, other Steve.
The irony, of course, is that now that he's housed in an open air place, he can only urinate publicly while he's confined here.
Damn it, that's probably what he wants.
He'd best release the lad.
Biff will go.
Yeah, he'll kind of glare at other Steve, who like has a sheepish look on his face, like, what? That's not it at all.
And then Biff will wander over to one of the empty cages and start inspecting it carefully. Whichever cage the lady escaped from.
Okay. Give me a perception or investigation check.
I will give you perception because I'm pretty good at that.
Okay.
Are we out?
Wow.
You said it's sunny today?
It is, but you're under an awning, so you would not have
Disadvantage?
unless you go in this area.
Out.
You do not have disadvantage. But
Okay, cool.
That is a 22.
okay.
I don't think I can beat that. I did a 17 in the die, and I don't think my plus is going to beat that.
Okay.
I got a 10.
Okay.
So,
Looking at other Steve.
yeah.
Okay.
It's 20, actually. Dirty 20. Yeah.
Okay. So the two of you, pardon me.
Mhm.
The two of you looking around, you can see that it looks like, if you had to guess, let's see. Look up our stats real quick. Yeah. Okay. So if you had to guess, you would say she used some kind of magic to move the rock, and the rock's kind of placed on the ground. But looking at the cage itself, you see no signs of her bending the bars, even rigging something to move the rock. And you can see there are footprints heading out of town and into the hills. And yeah,
Definitely magic, though, right?
definitely use magic to escape the cage.
Biff will go, it's magic, magic, magic.
Is our sheriff guy still with us here?
Yes.
What can you tell us about this missing person?
He'll say, oddly dressed. I'd say she was an elf. They're not one you often see, if you catch my meaning.
Adult, actually. What do you mean?
He'll kind of think for a second, and he'll say, like, it wasn't one of them wood elves or them high elves. Don't know much more about elves than that. Wasn't a half elf.
Whittles down most of the choices.
Yeah.
How were they dressed?
Brightly colored clothes. I'd say dressed like a dancer, maybe, in the Fire Emblem sense. Yeah.
Da, 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 da.
So, otherwise a stranger, and they were intoxicated, you're sure?
Yeah, positive. Wait. Intoxicated? I didn't say that.
I thought they were in the drunk tank.
Well, no, it's just usually a drunk tank. This is all we have for
But,
They made a special exception
prison.
for this spy.
so why was this person incarcerated?
Because they were caught a thieving and a spying.
Oh, that's right, a spying.
Yeah.
And what were they spying on?
Harper shit.
Very secret Harper business.
I see.
Yeah, like I said, Harper shit.
Very.
Biff will go, shh, secret agent.
Yeah.
All right then. Well,
A
you
brightly clothed spy. That's interesting. Okay.
well, hiding in plain sight, I suppose. Do you fancy a traipse through the woods after this trail?
Biff is sort of already following the trail.
Do you have eyes for that sort of thing?
Biff will sort of turn back. Then I'll bend down and look at the trail real close as he's following it. And I'll do the head bob thing a couple times that birds do.
Well, okay. Should we make survival checks then?
Yeah, if you want to try and track this escaped spy, survival checks, please.
Oh dear. That's an 8.
Okay.
19.
19.
Same for me.
Okay.
Let's go with that.
Excellent.
Ooh.
So,
High five, Lores.
That's right.
Biff kind of pulls ahead and he's, bobbing his head, and I imagine he kind of runs or walks in like that kind of constant moving his leg back and forth like a boxer. And at some point, Lores and Ishnot are just like, take his head, turn it slightly, and you guys push him back onto the right trail, and he kind of takes your lead, and you guys are hot on the trail. And
whatever happens, he's super excited about it. He's just...
I like your enthusiasm, kid.
Can I get
thumbs up.
perception checks from everyone, please?
Ooh, 22.
Ooh.
22 again.
Ooh.
Mental high five.
11.
11? Okay. Now Ishnot's like looking off into space. Thinking about that terrible cider.
It was just bad.
But Lores and Biff, looking forward, you guys have entered into kind of a, you're in the hilly area outside of Red Larch, and you're at a little valley between two hills. There's a couple trees, rocks, stumps, fallen over logs. And up ahead, you can see a piece of dirt that looks different than the rest of the path. And you would say that it is a pit trap covered with a tarp.
And Biff will...
Mhm.
Yeah. Biff will sort of tiptoe over to it and then sort of tap it a couple times to knock the tarp down.
Okay. It is a little... 15-foot square little pit dug. And you can hear a small voice kind of from the bushes say, "Oh, shit!" Nothing. Everything's fine.
Biff will square up. Start whistling the Punch-Out theme.
Lores will call out. All right there, whoever's hiding in the bushes, we know where you are. Come on out and we won't hurt you.
And you can see a little gray arm pushes a little creature out of the bushes, and he kind of tumbles. He looks like a goblin, but he has kind of grayish blue skin in a way you've never quite seen before. It's kind of like that.
All I see is the cleaver.
And he does have a little cleaver.
I really like his chef's hat. I kind of want a chef's hat.
And he'll say, "Hey."
Biff will repeat that right back to him. Hey.
Does your friend in the bushes want to come out to play also?
Just me. Definitely just me. Yeah.
Oh, okay, so it was just a disembodied arm or a bush with an arm that pushed you out of the bush.
Bush with an arm. Definitely sounds real. This place is weird.
But Biff will like sort of open his beak in amazement and then walk over to the bush and then try to find the arm.
Okay. So with your 22 perception check from a second ago, you find the owner of the arm, and hiding in the bushes, you find a total of 5 little goblins.
I'll help roust them out of the bush. Come on. No, what are you trying to do? Abduct people?
We're trying to find somebody important.
Oh, I see.
So are we.
Biff will put his hands on his hips and then sort of point to the... It's clearly... He clearly made this belt himself, but it says the word champ on it, and then he'll sort of stand proudly.
One of the goblins will lean close and say, Kahampe. What's a Kahampe?
You don't want to know. Take it from me. Rez is going to pick up... Can I grab each 2 goblins, one each by the scruff of the neck?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just going to lower them each into the pit they've dug.
Oh, no.
And then I'm going to go and get 2 more.
Oh, come on.
And lower those 2 in.
But wait.
If the 5th one doesn't run off, I'll grab him.
Okay.
Lower him in there.
Fine.
All right. Now you see what we have here is a kind of metaphor. Because now you're in the hole you dug.
Kind of nod, like that makes a certain kind of sense.
Right? And I know you're a stacking savvy, so you can get yourselves out of this mess. But I want you to think about things. You know, this could have gone a different way for you. It could have gone one way, right into a different hole in the ground, where you wouldn't have breath and struggle. So think about that yourself. I can see you thinking. Are you hungry? Why are you driven to such straits? Is this for amusement, or are you trying to survive?
Well, no, we were doing it for the money. The money, see?
Oh, greed. Oh, see, that's where you've got a problem. You got to look out for each other. We're all here for a reason, you know. And that's to help each other, not to capitalize and, cannibalize each other.
They kind of look all around each other, but we were going to help each other. I was going to split the money with.
Right, but I mean, what about the poor, prospective unfortunates you would have trapped?
They probably deserved it because they got the bounty on their head. Yeah.
I think that's what you call circular reasoning, right?
Biff will pull a poster out of his pocket, and it does have his face on it, but it says, this Sunday, see prize fight, and then he'll say, he'll sort of point to the title and say, no bounty.
Not to be calling the cauldron black or anything, but aren't we also looking for somebody for money? Just saying. Okay, goblins, who are you looking for?
They'll say, we're looking for Jaffman. She's a real bad lady.
And who sent you to look for this Jaffman?
They'll kind of shut up real fast. No one.
Come on, you can tell Ishnot. You can tell Ishnot anything.
Question: are there any? Is there like a clump of dirt around?
Oh, sure, yeah.
Biff will start pushing the dirt into the hole.
No. That's not necessary. I'm sure that these kind little goblin creatures will be nice enough to tell me who sent
He will listen to Ishnot.
They'll say.
Also.
The leader will say, but we was sworn to secrecy. We can't tell you.
Oh, but my favorite things are secrets.
Kind of think for a second.
You wouldn't deny me of my favorite thing, would you?
They seem confused.
Biff will accidentally knock another clump of dirt in.
Now. That's not necessary. These are clearly my friends, and my friends always give me my favorite things.
Biff will give a thumbs up and then go do something else.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay.
Yeah, just a persuasion check.
I was trying to give her advantage,
Well,
but I think I might have made things worse.
No, because it's being in the pit with threat of violence is giving her advantage.
It's balancing the disadvantage that she would have.
She would have had disadvantage to try and get them to talk before.
Right.
Okay, how is 23?
What do you mean, how is it? It's pretty good.
High number.
It's not 24. That's all I'm going to say.
I don't know, like 30. And the one will kind of murmur.
Do I hear that with my perception?
What's your passive perception?
16.
Yeah, that definitely sounded like Raven Queen.
Biff will repeat Raven Queen in the exact same voice.
Raven Queen.
Raven Queen.
Oh, the Raven Queen, you say? That is very interesting indeed.
Are you saying that you've been contacted by a goddess?
Not to toot my own horn, but yeah, kind of.
And the way you're implementing your sacred divine mission is with a hole in the ground and a tarpaulin.
Yeah, you're not going to tell her, are you?
Well, sorry to say, I think she probably can see. I'm gonna wave. Hello.
Kind of look up and like do the sign of the cross over themselves.
Oh, you're really not clued in, are you? All right.
Biff will flex because he thinks someone's watching. Sorry.
That's the song he sings when he flexes.
It's his theme music.
Sure. Why not?
Is he wearing like trunks, like boxer's trunks,
yes.
and like lace-up shoes and stuff?
No, he has no shoes on. He has little red boxing gloves, boxing trunks that are blue and white stripes, and a little black belt with the word champ on the front where the buckle would be. It's made of leather. He clearly made most of it himself.
The bird's got a dream.
He dreams so hard.
So, Ishnot, what do you think? Do you think they're on the up and up?
Ooh, I don't know. What did the Raven Queen foretell? Maybe say what she wanted with this Jaffa? Little goblins?
Let's see.
I mean, you are clearly very worthy of her interests. Surely she would tell you such a
thing. They'll say, well, our boss handles all the important talkings too.
Oh, is your boss not here?
He's around here somewhere. Real scary guy.
Biff will go, who do you work for?
Swear to me. Kind of flinch. Hercule. Mean old Hercule. Hercule.
Biff will go, oops, did I do that?
I think that's with a H. So, do we know who this Hercule is? Do we need a history check?
No. No, because it probably wouldn't get you much. They'll tell you that he's just a bigger, meaner goblin, and he has Booyog, which does anyone
I know about
yeah,
Booyog.
it's It's goblin from magic.
Mm-hmm. Right. It's like booyog and then booyog booyog and then booyog booyog booyog.
Yeah.
Right. The degrees. Right.
So this has the booyog.
Well, still
Pretty impressive.
booyog. Right.
Ah.
All right. So. And is it just a lot of you and booyog? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no. Well, yes.
Oh, come on, friends. Be open and honest with me, please.
There's a couple other goblins about, maybe. Maybe they have some trapses.
Oh,
Ahead.
that's very smart of them. Are they with this Herka setting these traps?
You can see one of the goblins keeps, like, darting their eyes. They can't see anything, but they, like, keep looking one direction out of the pit. Because they're so deep in the pit, they can't really see anything. But if you guys follow the gaze, you can see there's a big old tree. That maybe there's some kind of trap in.
Oh, like one of those spring net things. All right. I'll go look around by the tree. Follow the gaze.
Okay. So give me a perception check.
Ooh, 11.
Okay.
Not so good.
I'm just gonna go up to the tree and peck it like a woodpecker.
Okay.
But I clearly can't peck it, so it's kind of just light tapping.
Both of you make dexterity saving throws.
Fine by me.
One of those. Oh, great.
Fell off the table. That is a 15.
15, okay.
Dirty 21.
Okay. So you both don't get hit by... you see a small sack come flying out of the tree as if thrown by someone. And
Question.
It hits...
Can I use my deflect projectiles feature?
Sure, make an attack roll.
Okay, I think I do have to expend a key point to use
You
that.
do, yes.
Unless
you just want to catch it.
Sure, I'll just catch it.
Okay. You catch it, and a swarm of insects comes flying out of the bag and attacks you.
I should have thrown it.
You should have thrown it.
Just duck.
Not the bees!
Yeah, you're Nicolas Cage all of a sudden.
Yes, exactly. Not the bees, not the bees.
Oh, well, not very good. Does an 8 hit your armor class? I'm assuming no.
No, I somehow dodged like a swarm of bees.
Okay, so yeah.
Possible.
Kind of quickly swatting.
Between each bee, like...
I am a monk, so...
Bee time.
But yeah, the bees are all biting and stinging at you, and you are just ducking and weaving.
Dodge and weave, dodge and weave.
Well, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee, right? Boxing. Do you know that phrase?
I know the phrase, don't worry.
Okay. Right.
I've made a variant on it. It's float like a battleship, sting like an imp, but you beat me to it.
It's cool.
I wanted to make it more D&D-like.
That's good.
Anyways, should I roll initiative against the bees? Or can I just say they've been dispersed by my violent thrashing?
Well, it's not quite that, but they don't have very many hit points, so it's not quite worth rolling initiative.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you and Lorez a turn against it.
I will attack a bunch of times.
Okay.
First attack is a 22.
Is a hit.
Oh my god, max damage.
Class, like 2.
Is it against an individual bee, each one, or is it the swarm?
Just...
He's like punching one bee.
No, I'm a bird.
Using that finger punch thing that Bruce Lee could do.
Yeah, right.
I'm a bird, so I'm imagining I'm eating some of them.
You're just eating them. That's all you're doing is eating them.
So how much damage was that, Daniel?
That's I rolled max damage. That's 10 points of damage.
Okay.
It's an unarmed strike with my mouth. And I can attack again. That's not as good at 12.
12 is a hit.
Okay. All right.
They're bees. They're not that hard to hit. There's a bunch of them. You just swat.
That is 9.
Okay.
I can attack one more time because I'm a monk and I have martial arts.
Mm-hmm.
That is a lot. It's more than 12. It's a 25.
Okay.
And that is 8 points of damage.
Okay.
Like to imagine he's like catching them with chopsticks somehow and crushing them. Despite wearing boxing gloves. I forgot he was wearing boxing gloves.
You can kind of... They're like mittens. You can kind of grab things. Okay. With a flurry of blows, literally, Biff kind of knocks a bunch of the insects out of the air, Lorez, and you'd say less than half of them remain, and they're kind of all still swarming around you guys. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna disengage.
Okay. Just...
I don't want to harm any bees.
Okay.
We need them. This is a message to the kids. We need the bees.
They're disappearing at an alarming rate.
Right, because aggressive boxing birds are taking them out. That's why.
Well, but is it the birds' fault or the goblin who enslaved them?
That's true. Goblin slavery must end.
I don't know if we're really ready to tackle the subject of the birds and the bees on this show.
Oh, snap! Oh,
Brought it back.
You took it to the next level, man.
Okay, so Lorez backs up, and Biff, you can hear in the tree a little voice going, "Yes, kill them, my pretties."
Oh.
No, stop dying! What are you doing? You've betrayed me!
There's a beekeeper in the tree?
No.
I'm just gonna be in the background watching all of this, passing the drink down to the goblins.
You're being nice and sharing. That's nice. You're the guy who will drink with anybody because you don't want to drink alone.
Biff is not happy with you guys. I'll be frank.
You're doing fine against these bees. They didn't hit you.
You're not happy with us because we're not fighting bees with you?
Keep going. You got it. You're totally doing great.
He does tear up when he hears that. He does like that a lot.
It's a kid who needs a lot of encouragement.
He's very easy to placate with encouragement. I don't know if you want to make the bees attack again.
Let's see. Well, that's not much better. 11. I'm gonna say no.
I have an AC of 17.
Yeah.
Monks are cool. And I will roll a bunch of attacks again. I'm just gonna roll them all at once.
Yeah.
Oh gods. So my lowest was a 10.
Okay. So that is a miss. Oh, damage-wise?
No, that to roll.
Okay. Okay.
So that one's a miss.
Okay.
The other is 26 and a 27.
Okay.
Or 26 and 25.
So roll damage twice.
See, look at how good you're doing against these tiny insects.
5 and 6. 5 and 6. So 11 more points of damage.
Okay. Let me take... Okay. So, you see Biff and another... All the bees kind of stop at once and then fall and hit the ground.
Wow.
After a lightning fast jab, 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 jab. And you can hear the goblin in the tree just go, "No, my bees."
Biff will actually start pecking at them.
You're going to
He
eat?
is kind of hungry. He is going to eat a few of them.
Do I hear the goblin in the tree?
Yeah, she's kind of
He's
wailing
a
at this
bird.
point. My bees.
All right, come on down. You don't need to cry. I'm
And she'll,
sorry about your bees, but you shouldn't have, impressed them into military service without expecting consequences.
and she'll kind of like awkwardly, like a little kid who can't really climb a tree, kind of slide down the tree, walk past all of you, and then just jump into the hole.
Okay. Do you have anything to eat?
Biff will pick up some of the bees and put them in the hole.
The one shadow goblin will take a big clove of garlic off of his belt, and he'll just start
Eating it?
Yeah, eating it.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't think their idea of food is ours.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna share some of my rations.
Okay.
Drop some food down, bit of water.
So is this the Herkle, or is there still a Herkle to be had?
There's still a Herkle.
Okay. Are they going to be coming back anytime soon? We're in daylight here.
The beekeeper will say, "Oh no, you guys haven't heard? I heard Herkle found a lady over downs a ways by some big tree stumps."
Oh,
I'd like to roll.
Found the lady.
I'd like to roll insight on that.
Sure.
That is a 21.
Yeah, they are telling the truth.
Biff will nod and then point in that direction and sort of start walking slowly, but with his big exaggerated strides, despite being like he's like 4.5 feet tall. He thinks he's like the walk of the block. Whatever that expression is.
Cock of the walk.
That's a little bit of an offensive term for him.
Oh, yeah, right. That's true. You're the one who's mixing it up, though. You're a cockatiel. You're a woodpecker. I mean, you're like.
He was pretending to be a woodpecker. He's not a woodpecker.
Right.
A perform skill for a reason.
Kind of going the way that the little beekeeper pointed, up ahead, you can see a fallen log. And on top of the log are a couple more of these goblins. A brown bear and what you would say is the dancer. She's kind of dressed in bright flowy clothes. Get a picture of her.
Oh wow. Yeah, looks like a dancer.
And can I get
Biff is going to try to be sneaky about this.
Okay. So stealth checks, please.
Oh, no, wait, that's pretty good, actually. That's a 16.
Okay.
I rolled an 11, so 18.
I also got a 16.
I'm gonna drow you.
I didn't realize paladins could be so sneaky.
This one.
More power to you.
Thank you. I couldn't look myself in the mirror as a drow if I wasn't sneaky.
Okay. So you guys all toggle crouch and start sneaking.
I like it.
And you think you were successfully hidden. Kind of you're in the kind of the foliage line near these people, and the as you approach, you would say the elven woman is Shadar-Kai, which is why she is not an elf that Harbuck has ever recognized, because Shadar-Kai are rare. Right. And kind of quick assessing her, You'd say she was recently hit by a fireball. She's all burnt up. You can see kind of her skin is boiling and welting. And she's kind of holding her side. She has a short sword drawn. And she seems to be between the bear and these goblins. And the bear seems mostly preoccupied with the goblins.
Oh, the bear is fighting the goblin.
It hasn't engaged them yet, but it is kind of growling at them and kind of lumbering towards them.
Looks like it's her ally, is what you're saying.
Yeah, if you had to guess, they're on the same side.
All right, so she isn't captured. They're in the middle of fighting right now.
Yes.
Okay. Should we roll initiative or?
Yes.
20? 21.
21.
21. I thought it was a 20. Nah, I did my math wrong at first.
I got 21 too.
Oh, cool. What's your dex modifier?
+3, I
Mine
believe.
is +4.
It might be +4. Actually, it is +4. Let me just verify that.
Yes,
+4.
I was going to say, you're both pretty dexy.
We are a very dexterous party. You can go first.
I'll let you go first.
Well,
thank you.
I was going to say...
I'm wearing a breastplate. You're wearing nothing, right?
I'm wearing boxing shorts.
Yeah, exactly.
Literal boxer shorts.
Are they really baggy shorts? Like, if you jump over them, could you distract them?
They are like... They're like... They're what a boxer would wear. They're just that. There's no...
What'd you get, Ishnot?
5.
Oh, 5. Okay.
Little too much drinking. Sorry, it's none of my business.
It really isn't.
I think we should do the all drunken monk party. Because I have that Loxodon, my drunken master, I haven't brought out, who also has a Russian accent.
I know.
Be a bunch of drunken Russian monks.
I actually have a dwarven monk who is a drunken master as well.
Dude, let's do it. That would be amazing.
So dumb.
I bet Marty has a drunken master up his sleeve.
I'm sure he does. Right after the All Goblin campaign.
Oh my god, yes.
Yeah, I almost brought my Goblin Bard to this one, but...
Okay.
Never.
Classic.
Yeah, I haven't brought Lorez out in a while.
Okay.
So.
Biff and Lorez, you guys are going first. Since you have the same decks, you can decide each round who wants to go first.
Okay. I've already said that Biff has lead because he's just wearing trunks.
Okay.
Question: Can I see the wizard anywhere?
No, the boss goblin is not apparently revealed right now.
I wonder if I have a class feature. No, I don't have a class feature.
So, what you're saying is that it could be one of them, or
yes, it could be one of the two goblins on the trunk, but it's not clear.
Okay.
If that is true.
She has gross boily skin, so we assume it's nearby, but we cannot tell.
Right. Right.
I will leap into action dramatically. Wait, who? I don't actually know who we're gonna fight. And I will. You know what? The goblins attacked us, so, and I'm not happy about the bees, so I will punch one of the goblins, like jump from the bushes, and roundhouse kick one of the goblins in the back of the head.
Yeah. Okay.
Do I have advantage because I had the surprise attack? Or is it a surprise round? Or
no. Oh, you guys are hidden.
Or if we were hidden.
Yeah, you guys have advantage then.
I figure if surprise round wouldn't make sense because we're already fighting, but they're already in combat. Good thing I had advantage. That's a 26.
Dude.
Whoop. I'm assuming I only get advantage on my first attack.
Yes.
Okay, so that's 6 points of damage, And might as well make another attack. That is a 19.
I'm almost positive that hits. If I can find the Shadow Goblins. There we go. Yep, hit.
That is another 10 points of damage.
Okay. You knock out that goblin.
I would imagine I'm going for knockouts rather than kills. And then I'd like to Fury of Blows.
Okay.
And turn my attention to the next goblin. Whoop, fell off the table. Oh dear, that is only an 11.
An 11 is a miss.
Oh dear, no wait, that's a 15.
That's a hit.
Okay, and I think I get to use my special move here.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Oh shoot, I didn't actually take this from the monk thing. 1 second. This is actually my first time playing a monk, and the open hand one has some special stuff he does on Fury of Blows.
So you can force them so they can't take reactions. You can make them make a dex save or fall against prone. You can make them make a strength save, or they get shoved backwards.
Okay, I really, really, really think it's funny, the idea of, like, this tiny dude shoving this thing backwards. So I'm going to do that one.
Okay.
And did I roll for... I don't think I rolled for damage yet. That is 5 points of damage as well.
Okay.
And he has to make a DC 14 strength save.
So Biff charges out of the bushes and decks one of the goblins, and it kind of just falls backwards. And then swings high, the goblin ducks, and then uppercuts, and the goblin goes, "Oh, come on!" And it kind of just flies backwards 10 feet.
And Biff goes, "Round 1, fight!"
Lorez, it is your turn.
Right. So there were 2 goblins, and that's it?
That's it.
The woman and the bear? Okay.
Yes.
So, but we don't know if there's a hidden goblin.
Right.
I love this character so much already.
All right. I am going to... How far am I from the woman?
You're 30 feet from her.
Okay, how has she responded to Biff coming out, knocking out these 2 goblins?
She seems equal parts relieved and confused, but relieved in a way of like, oh, this is my chance. I am going to make a break for it.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna run out from concealment.
Okay.
And I'm going to say, hold. I'm here with my allies, and we're here to diffuse this combat, if possible.
In the middle of punching a goblin.
Well, you did that. I haven't done anything yet. I mean, you took out those 2 guys. They were being aggressive, bro. So, let's say, what's her name? Joffman?
Joffman, yes.
Yeah. If you are a Joffman, I am Lorez Melarn, Paladin of Lathander. I give you my word. If you do not harm me, I will not harm you. And I can offer you healing for your grievous injuries right now, if you so desire. And I've got my sword, like, you know, out but down.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just showing. I'm just open.
And yet she'll kind of look you up and down and just nod.
Okay. Can I continue approaching her and attempt to heal her?
Sure.
Is that cool? All right. And I'll say as I come forward, I'm going to heal you. How badly burned is she?
You would say she's pretty badly burnt. Like, she probably failed a fireball save.
Okay. It's like 25 hit points?
Yeah, and she maybe... If you had to guess, you'd say she's, like, on a scale of 1 to 33, she's like a 6.
Okay.
Just pulling out numbers here.
Yeah, just for instance.
Right. All right. I'm going to heal her up 20 points.
Okay. Okay.
So I have 5 left in my kitty. So, all right. And I say, who cast that fire at you? From where?
She'll kind of look around and she'll say, "Fucking goblin."
Right.
And she'll kind of look around and she says, "I don't know where he is.
But he's out there.
He's out there."
All right. Okay. Let's hide.
Okay. As you say, "Let's hide," and she kind of says, like, she's looking around, you can see from down the pathway, there is a goblin brandishing a wand, riding a unicorn.
Holy shit.
And just, "Ah!" And he kind of gets up and he says, "Well, what the fuck happened, guys, you idiots?" And kind of, "Get up! Oh, that one's dead. Oh, God. You've killed more of my men! You will die!"
No, Biff will shake his head and go and sort of...
Oh, no, he is pointing at the elf dancer.
Sorry.
He'll
do that anyways. He'll try to lie and say he's just sleeping.
He says, the little goblin says, "You have caused enough pain today. I don't care how much I was supposed to be getting paid. You're gonna die, lady. You're gonna die."
Oh.
And the elven dancer will turn to look at you, Lorez, and say, "I can pay you double. Just get me out of here."
Money is no object. I've got your back.
Money is an object for me. I would like that very much.
Lorez is smiling underneath his helmet. So I'm ready to protect her.
Okay.
I don't know if we'll get a chance to do this, but Biff will sort of nudge Ishnot and sort of nod to Lorez and go.
How about the elf?
He's
It's
teasing
better,
him a little bit.
better when all her blisters have been healed up, I'm sure. Most of us do. Yeah.
He's teasing him a little.
Okay.
Oh, you're saying that I'm, like, trying to date her? Is that what you're implying?
I think that's what he thinks he's implying.
I see.
The rule is, if you don't get it, you don't have to. He's a
right.
king.
No,
he doesn't
that's
always
cool.
get his point across.
Right. Socially awkward, right?
So the goblin will take out his little butcher's knife, and he'll throw it at the elf dancer, and will hit her.
Impose disadvantage.
Impose disadvantage.
With my reaction, please.
It will deflect off of Lorez's shield.
Bam! Hooray.
And she'll kind of quickly sidle behind you, and it is her turn. So
I say, I'll be your meat shield. if that's a tub.
She will drop her hand, and the brown bear will disappear, and then she casts a spell on herself.
Okay.
And that's her turn. And then Ishnot, it is your turn.
Okay. Within 120. I would like to cast a fog cloud between the little harpist and our dancer and paladin friend.
Okay. So, kind of spin your hands and wispy cloud appears between. Sorry. Come on.
Bless you.
Thank you. It's not coming, which is the most annoying part.
I know.
And a little cloud appears between your intended targets.
I believe we can go the other way now.
Right.
Biff looks a little disappointed.
And then it is Biff and Lorez's turn.
Let's go. So how does that work? If I'm ushering her to come with us, as far as her turn, my turn, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. So I will just forego her turn so that she moves with you.
Okay. Great. All right. So yeah. So use, I guess, my action and my move for us to just go back, maybe towards the pit direction. Does that sound good, guys?
Yeah, or we can cut through the woods and try and make ourselves less noticeable.
I'm down with
Or
that
we
too.
can see if he falls for his own pit trap.
Oh, that dude? Right, and lands on top of? Oh, that's a great idea. Can we camouflage it?
Let's see. She might actually.
I have proficiency in deception. That's got to count for something.
She says she could. She can do something about that.
Oh, she has magic. Awesome.
Oh yeah, she can make
Illusion
it.
or
She just
something.
made the bear disappear. Of course she has magic.
Right. That's how when I get dressed, that's how I make the bear disappear.
Okay. So that's Lorez's turn. Biff, what would you like to do?
I don't know. I can't really. I don't have a whole lot of preparatory stuff, so I can't really do that much. I guess I'll just jog along. For him, it is a jog because monks move so fast.
Okay.
You could go ahead and make sure those other guys aren't out of the ready to.
I actually will do that.
They have not left the pit now. They've been told.
They're eating.
Yeah. So.
They're having like a little barbecue down there. They could get out of the pit. They just don't wanna.
So as you guys are leaving, you see a little streak of orange light zip past you and kind of go off into the woods, and a fireball explodes. And he says, "Gotcha!" Not even close to anyone, but he is just firing blind out of this fog cloud.
Oh dear.
Okay. And Biff and Lorez, as you guys have rounded the corner, coming down the path towards you from the direction of the pit, you can hear hoofbeats drum a sharp and steady rhythm from the north. Atop a dark steed sits a shadowy figure in an elaborately decorated breastplate. She levels a wickedly sharp lance and says, "Well, this looks like a situation that could use a little sorting. It's a good thing I'm here. Sorting is my speciality. Everyone should drop their weapons, wands, and general hostilities."
Biff shrugs.
And
gloves.
Yeah, looks like that.
Shows how nice
She
dude.
looks very threatening. Yeah, she does have a nice haircut though.
She's emo as AF.
And another Shadar-Kai on a dark, large horse kind of rears, drops her lance, and looks at you guys and kind of points at the woman and says, "I'll take her home now."
You will not. She is under my protection.
She also owes us 1,000 gold and a T-bone steak.
2 T-bone steaks.
2 T-bone steaks.
Two T-bone steaks.
Let's see.
I don't accept IOUs.
She'll say, and you would forfeit your lives for this stranger? That's odd.
Are you asking for a challenge?
Is that what you say?
Yes.
I'm not saying I would forfeit my life. I'm just saying I want to get paid before I hand people over that promise me money.
Lorez just calmly nods.
And she'll kind of scratch the back of her head and say, she's worth 1,000 gold to you?
No.
And 2 T-bone steaks, yes.
So, like, 150. I don't know, like, what is human money?
No. She's priceless, beyond price.
Again, I'll look at Ishnot and then look and sort of point at them. It's like,
Listen, he's a paladin. Don't mistake it. Don't get it twisted, as you probably say, because you're young.
And so she kind of eyes you up and down and says, do you even know who you're defending?
I turn slightly and I say, I am Lorez Melar, and you? To the woman I'm protecting.
And she'll say, Jaffman, a pleasure.
A pleasure. I know the person I'm protecting.
She'll kind of look you up and down and say, I know you believe your actions to be righteous, knight. Kind of focusing her eyes on your holy symbol of Lathander.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, but I too act under divine impetus. You will hand her over to the Raven Queen and nothing will come to harm.
I think you're half right there.
She says, if I die here, I will be raised and hunt you down. I don't think you have the same luxury.
I don't do what I do for luxury.
Biff will kind of look at him, and then look at Ishnot, and kind of shrug.
I do, but that's my opinion right now, actually. I mean, I find T-bone steaks very luxurious, and that's what I'm doing this for, but okay, we have different priorities, I see.
Okay. The Shadar-Kai will kind of flare up her coat dramatically, dropping her lance and drawing her sword. Ishnot, it is your turn.
Oh boy. So, Lorez, we're going to do this? We're going to defend this stranger?
Until I receive new information, that is what I'm doing. I'm going with my feelings on this one. I feel guided by the Morning Lord.
Oh boy.
You may do as you like, Ishnot. It's not any of your business, so I understand.
It is not.
Biff will make the rim shot sound.
Perfectly right.
Yeah, I use the mimicry for something.
Right. That's right.
Man, I really don't want to engage with this lady when I don't know what this other lady is doing. Could I, hold my action until other people do stuff, like ready in action, be ready to fight?
Okay. Yeah, well, okay, so when you ready in action, you have to pick, a trigger and what you're gonna do. So...
So if the scary lady with the sword charges us, then I would like to attack her back.
Okay. And then it is Biff and Lorez's turn.
Lorez?
You're saying after me?
Yeah.
Okay. I am going to cast Aid on my 3 allies.
Okay.
All your hit points are now up 5, and your max is up 5.
Biff will make the Mario Brothers power-up sound.
Yeah, that is... And then I'm going to cast Sanctuary on my charge.
Is that
Okay.
bonus action?
Sanctuary is a bonus action, I
It is
believe.
a bonus.
Wow.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
So, and I'm just waiting.
Okay. Biff.
Is the unicorn still running towards us?
You don't quite know what's happening back there. He's still lost in the cloud.
He
Yeah,
cast Fireball and ran into it. Unicorn.
That's gonna be there for an hour, so.
He's at our back, too. So yeah, that's something to be aware of, certainly.
Biff will square up and ready in action. Same condition. If someone charges, start punching.
Okay. She will charge. So Ishnot and then Biff.
Okay. So.
Ow.
You okay?
Yeah, no, I'm trying to decide how much of a jerk I want to be.
Go ahead, turn it up. These characters, we don't use that often.
Well,
I'm
only
level 5.
No. I could be really rules mongery right now. When you hold your action, you use your reaction to do something, which means you're not taking the attack action. You are using your reaction to make an attack, which means you don't get to make all of your attacks.
Yeah, you make one.
You make one attack.
2, right?
So
yeah.
I can go with that.
I'm going to be a bit of a jerk and say you each get to make one attack.
Okay, that's fine.
Fair enough.
Does
Should have broke
a 15 hit the scary lady?
A 15 bounces off of her breastplate.
Oof. Okay.
Uh,
It's a big scary lady.
and then Biff.
Biff is going to stunning strike her horse.
Oh!
Okay.
That's gonna.
That is a 15 to hit.
Hits her horse.
That will expend 1 key point. So first of all, that is 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And the horse has to make a Constitution saving throw,
So
or be stunned until the start of my next turn.
Biff just falcon punches this horse, and the horse kind of punch it right in the head, and the horse kind of kips up, and she kind of just tumbles off of him. So she's going to take some falling damage, and then the horse is stunned.
So is the horse standing stunned, or does the horse fall over too?
The horse is standing stunned.
Fuck. There's that scene in Blazing Saddles when Mongo punches the horse. That's what I have in my head when you did that.
That could not have gone better, honestly.
Took the wind out of her sails, that's for sure.
Yeah, and she can't use her lance if she's off her horse. So, and then Biff will just give a thumbs up.
Okay.
Absolutely. In the boxing glove thumb. It's like
It's a little BM just because of how big the gloves are.
Okay, so she'll attack Biff just because that's kind of where she landed. You could tell she was probably going to go for Lorez, but she got knocked off her horse, so...
Can she use her lance, or did she have...
No, she has a longsword drawn now.
Gotcha.
So...
Did she fall?
She did fall, and she took some damage. She used her movement to stand, and then closed the little distance to Biff. So, 18 to hit Biff?
That does hit.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
How close am I?
You're not very far. You're maybe 10 feet from her.
Okay. I can't do the disadvantage thing, though.
Okay. So, take 9 slashing damage.
That's not so bad.
And then her second attack,
Oh dear.
take 9 slashing damage.
What is that? What did she roll in her second attack?
23 to hit.
Okay, well, I will take 9 slashing damage.
So that's...
So, yeah. No, nothing.
Okay.
No, nothing.
Okay.
It's just...
And then it is Ishnot's turn.
Okay. I guess now I'm going to try and punch the scary lady.
Okay.
Okay. So... Gosh. Even worse than before. So 14 I assume does not hit.
Does not hit now.
Okay, so I'm going to spend the key point to do the flurry of blows.
Okay.
So I make 2 unarmed strikes as a bonus action. Oh my goodness, nope, that's a 13. And even worse, I do nothing. I am terrible.
Oh boy. Sorry.
You're lulling her into a false sense of security.
Yeah. Just...
But part of my Drunken Master flurry is that I can disengage, so I do that.
Okay. So just fist of the North Star, like a billion punches, and none of them seem to do anything, and you're like, well, yeah, and then you're back.
Really freaked you out, man, didn't I?
Oh. Yeah, but what's going to happen in like 3 turns is you're going to explode.
I am not going to use a D20 anymore.
Okay.
Omae wa shinderu.
Biff and Lorez.
Biff is gonna go do some biffing. Oh dear. I rolled 2 and 2, so those will both miss. Because I'm assuming a 9 does not hit.
Yeah, no, nope.
And I will roll a fury. I'll go fury of blows.
Okay.
Oh shit! That's a 17 and a natural 20.
Both hit.
Dude.
Or a 24 and a natural 20.
Mhm.
So, first one, the not crit, is 6 points of damage. The second one, which is a crit, he'll go Kenku Punch! And that is 12 points.
Okay.
So 6 and 12. That's a total of 18 points of damage, and I expend 1 more key point. I'm not going to stunning strike. I have to keep track of my key points.
Okay, yep. Okay.
And then Biff, as a taunt, will go, come on!
Oh boy. Okay. Lorez.
I apologize for having too much fun.
No, don't.
Never.
So there's our aggressor, and there's another one, right, who's not doing anything? Is that right? Or is it just her?
It's just her. She's got...
Oh, okay.
It's her and the horse, and then behind you somewhere is...
the dude with the
is the
fireball.
dude with the fireballs.
Okay, great. All right. I will then move to our aggressor, and I will. Seen on the die. I'm pretty sure that's a hit. Where are my actions? Bunk. Yes, +8, so 24 to hit. I'm smiting her.
Okay.
So 10, 15 damage, 7 of which is radiant. Second attack, 14 on the die, so that's 22 to hit. Also smite. 4 points of radiant, 7 of slashing.
Okay.
Sorry, piercing. It's rapier. So yeah, again, that's 4 more radiant, 7 piercing. And I have used 2 spell slots. Bonk, bonk.
Okay.
How's she doing?
She looks okay. You'd say she's probably bloodied.
Okay. I'm gonna say surrender. We'll grant you clemency.
She'll kind of.
Persuasion check, or is there no chance?
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Well, my disadvantage, was a 5 on the die.
Okay.
So my advantage was 17. So
Okay.
Almost there. All right. So that's my turn, and So, am I able to still be close to my charge?
Yes.
And attack her? All
yes.
right, cool.
Yes.
So just in case she gets attacked. All right.
Yeah, so you can kind of move around so that you're next to both Biff, your friend, the person you're protecting, and this lady. You kind of just swing around.
Right. I'm sort of equidistant.
Yeah.
Okay. Great.
So that's that. The goblin with the fireballs. You can hear him say, "Why would this stupid wand work? Work, 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 work!" You can kind of hear him banging it against something.
And it discharges, and you hear him like burn his foot or something.
Oh my god!
Hear an explosion. He has a unicorn. Oh my god, that poor creature.
Well, spoilers. It's not really a unicorn.
Oh no.
It's some like evil shadow unicorn that can disguise itself as a unicorn.
Even better.
Yeah.
2 goblins in a unicorn suit. I was hoping for, but no. I guess there would be 4 or 6 goblins. Maybe.
Yeah.
Like they're all
Left, right,
and then
left, right.
A lot of goblins.
A lot of too many hands.
Okay. The lady with the sword will kind of wipe the blood from the corner of her mouth, and she'll say, kind of maybe realizing she is a bit outmatched, she'll say, "That goblin over there, you care about him?"
I care about all souls.
Care enough to protect him? Raven Queen's not happy with him either.
I'll protect him, if need be.
Okay.
Hasn't he suffered enough?
Then she will attack Lorez. Ooh, boy. Nope.
Let me have it.
No, that's a bad. I rolled a 1 and a 3, so that's a total of 8. So that bounces off Lorez's armor.
Plate.
Yeah.
Ishnot. Lathander's symbol catches the sun.
Yeah. No. Ishnot.
Okay, gonna try and punch the big scary lady again.
Okay.
Okay. Gosh, dang it. 12.
Do you have any more d20s? Or?
Yes, I do.
Roll them all and pick the one you like.
I'm gonna flip them those. Ha! And 18 and a 22.
Okay, both hits.
Good, finally got it. 7. 20 damage?
What?
No, that's not right. I got. No, sorry. I was adding that wrong.
A bunch of tiny hits. That's what the monk does.
Yeah.
6 and then 11. Sorry.
That makes more sense. Okay.
I added too many things.
11's really good.
It is.
Thank you. Snack.
Boom. Nice.
Okay. Okay. That's Ishnot's turn. Anything else, Ishnot?
Nope. Just well, I flurried, so I'm gonna disengage again.
Okay. Biff and Lorez.
Biff?
Biff is going to open up a can of watch it. Okay, one of them was a 14, which I don't think hits, but another one was a 22, which I know for sure hits.
That one is a hit.
That is, full 10 points of damage.
Okay.
And how's she looking?
Not great. Definitely below bloodied.
Okay, I'm gonna...
A couple more hits will probably take her out.
I'm gonna see if I can go for the kill and go for a flurry. Okay, well, one of them does not hit. The other one was a 25.
That's a hit.
Okay.
Spare her life.
Don't worry, I'm knocking her out. That's another 10 points of damage.
Okay.
I'm all the damage I'm doing is non-lethal.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Biff is actually a very innocent boy.
Okay. Lorez.
Okay. 17 on the die. It's a 25. Smitey smite. That
Plus
is
8?
Yeah, because of my
Wow.
rapier.
Right.
It's magic. It's +1. So that is 5 points radiant. 7 points pierce.
Okay.
And how's she looking?
Like one more smite will probably kill her,
Okay.
or
Oh.
a really good rapier hit. But
Yeah, probably not that one. That's a 12. So it's
that's a
for
miss.
sure. Yep.
Okay.
All right.
She's gonna go down a swinging.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. Okay. Well, one of those is a hit. She rolls a 23.
Uh-huh.
On who?
On Lorez.
Yeah, I'll take it.
And she is going to use her smite. That's not great.
This is like the opposite of bar crawl in that it's all up close and personal.
Absolutely. Bam!
So a total of 14 damage.
Okay.
6 slashing and 8 radiant.
Radiant. She's smiting me back.
She's smiting you back.
So it's hot smite on smite act.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Don't give Biff any ideas.
And she missed her second
Yeah.
attack. So it's
She's trying to be
Ishnot's
like
turn.
me.
Yeah, it's not your turn.
But it is. Okay.
How weird. You're blowing my mind, man.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to flurry again because that was a 1. So.
You have two regular attacks.
She
no,
doesn't.
I don't. I'm only a level 4 monk.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Because of Druid. She got Druish.
Okay, I'm assuming an 18 on the die is gonna hit.
Yes.
Okay, good. Then the other one was a 17. Does that hit?
Yes.
Woo! Let's see if I can add. 6 plus 7, so 13 damage.
Do you want to do lethal or non-lethal damage?
Non-lethal.
Okay. Ishnot, having previously missed a couple times, comes in and lands 2 good punches to the back of her head, and she falls over.
Damn, awesome. we're still in initiative because of the surprise behind us.
So, we're gonna wrap it up because we're running out of time. But so the goblin behind you kind of finally breaks out of the fog cloud, and he looks at the knocked out elf, and he just starts saying, "Don't kill me, please don't kill me." Yeah.
Hand over your weapons. Toss them down.
And he'll throw down a little wand, and it's a wand of fireballs, and it'll kind of roll towards you guys.
Biff will actually get on top of the horse that the lady was riding.
Okay. Make an animal handling check with disadvantage.
Oh dear. He's gonna screw up real bad.
Like a shadow horse or something, right?
Oh my god,
Also,
you're not gonna believe this.
Biff punched...
One of them was
Go ahead.
One of them was a nat 20 and one of them was a 15, and I believe I add wisdom to that, right?
Yeah.
So that's an 18.
Okay. Shockingly, the horse seems to not buck Biff off.
I'll pat the horse with the boxing glove.
All right, so I'll take the wand.
Okay.
It in my little pouch, and all right, talk. What's going on here?
You asking the goblin then, or the lady?
Yeah, the goblin. The lady's knocked out. Well, our ally. I mean,
yeah.
I say, Joffman, please.
So the goblin will just start blubbering, and he'll say, "The Raven Queen's mad at us. We were trying to get back on her good side and trying to capture Jasmine, and then Jezreeli showed up, and she's real scary. But then you knocked her out, so now you're gonna kill me."
No, I will not kill you. If you take the light of Lathander into your heart, I'm not saying convert. What I'm saying is think about things. Think about other people. Think about being a light in this world instead of some sort of predatory, I don't know, vampire of some kind. You're not a vampire.
Meanwhile, Biff is already looting the lady they knocked unconscious.
You know. Can you do that, lad?
He'll kind of sniveling wipe a giant booger from his nose, and he'll say,
hand him a curse.
"Oh, thank you.
You can have that. That's from me."
Thank you." He says, "I can try."
Well, remember, a great master once said, "There is no try, there is do and do not."
If you'll allow me this, Biff will take out an identical belt to the one he's wearing that also says champ on it, and I'll go over to the goblin, and I'll put it around his neck, and sort of give him a firm pat on the shoulder.
And he'll... Kahambe!
That's his name?
I just can't read champ.
Now.
Right.
And he says, "This is a very nice cummerbund. Thank you."
He will not. I don't know what a cummerbund is.
Jeff-man, what happened?
She'll say, the Raven Queen doesn't like competition. You get to come to the Prime Material. You work for her still. I got a little tired of that. I, like so many people on this fine plane you call home, just want freedom.
Wow.
Gonna instant check that though.
Sure.
Oh, it's a bunch of bullshit. Okay, 10.
Okay. She seems to be telling the truth.
I will also insight check. Why not? Okay, well, I didn't do any better. I got an 11.
I don't need to roll any dice to know that you're telling the truth. We speak from your heart.
Thank you, Lorez.
You're welcome.
Biff will go, "Who do you work for?" But he'll try to keep the tone down, even though he can't really.
Self-employed.
Well, perhaps you'd like some companions on the road.
She'll say, I could always use company.
Biff has an amazing idea, and it's just
Um,
disguise. He'll say like it looks like these words are cut out. Disguise her, you,
Uh,
and then he'll rub his fingers together like making the money symbol.
She would put her hand over her chest and cast Disguise Self, and she'll make herself look like the Shadar-Kai Knight.
Oh, I was.
When we make the other one look like her, and then we turn her in.
Oh, well,
to do...
she could also change clothes with this lady.
That's
Yeah.
where it's
That
suggesting.
also
Yeah.
works.
Okay.
I mean, she also has cool armor, so and
Right.
I have a horse now.
So if I use
that horse is not going to let you keep it.
Probably not, but
if
I'll
I use
try.
my divine sense, does this Shadar-Kai woman feel evil? Not the one where we've rescued, but the one who was after her.
No,
I think
no, she's not a fiend, celestial, undead, and
I think
there's.
it also detects good and evil.
I don't think it detects alignment anymore because alignment detection is not
Oh.
a big thing in 5e.
Question: Does the horse or the unicorn show up as fiend or undead?
The unicorn might.
I think this horse might just be a horse.
I think that's.
I don't know.
The horse is
Like
just some kind of big horse. It's just a war horse of some kind. Let's see.
I'm gonna try to keep it, but it's not gonna work.
The unicorn doesn't show up as anything, but that's weird in and of itself because it should show up as a celestial. And it's not pinging celestial, so.
So one quick thing, Jeffman. So a certain butcher sheriff accused you of stealing some, I believe it was Harper bullshit.
Harper bullshit. Yeah, it's worth a lot of money. She'll kind of take out a little notebook and she says, Harper shouldn't drink.
Fair enough. I've gotten many a secret from the drink. That's true. So you're just intending to sell it, and that was your only purpose for procuring this knowledge?
Yeah, worth something. Somebody will pay for it. Harper. Maybe another Harper. I don't know.
Likely.
Good enough for me.
Well, let's. Do you two want to take this? The charge, the perp back, and collect on the reward, and I'll linger here with our newfound ally for you to return. Keep an eye out for these on these goblins. Make sure they're well fed.
Sounds like a good idea to me.
All right. Biff will leave the horse with you guys because I would imagine the other Shadar-Kai probably has a better chance of keeping it under control.
Well, we'll wrap this up, but yeah, maybe. Okay. So you guys take the knight back to Harbuck. He is racist enough that he can't tell the difference, and gives you 500 gold.
And
Now-
And 2 T-bone steaks.
Question:
How's the meat?
That's pretty good.
Does she also give us the 1,000 gold that she promised us?
That would be a bit of a debate on the road. She will give you at least 500 gold, and we'll if we all play together again, we'll talk about whether or not she actually gave you 1,000 gold, whether or not she actually has 1,000 gold. The answer to that question is no.
Lorez will just say, "Look, I just need enough to get by for my days. You can take my share of it and divide it among yourselves for the trouble. Give a peace of mind to this one. She might need a bit of pocket money."
And we'll wrap it up there for tonight. Outros and plugs. Timothy.
Hey, hi, everybody. I'm Timothy Magic on Twitter, Timothy McCown Reynolds on Instagram. I love playing D&D with my friends here. Let's see. I'm just making art, doing some mini painting. It's kind of what's going on lately. I want to plug Zom's recovery. I hope that she is feeling better very soon. And that's it. Hooray!
Woo.
Daniel.
Hi, my name's Dan. I'm on some shows. Horrible Barovia Time, Must Be Fate. This show every other week. Bit of a weird thing happened where was very last minute. A lot of the players kind of, but we made something beautiful out of it. We made a nice little adventure, and I got to play my boy, my son, my bird. Soup.
Soup.
Okay. Hi, I'm Soup, aka Soupska on Twitter and Instagram. Follow me if you like artwork, and especially artwork of stuff on our channel, because I do a lot of doodles of our characters. I did the overlay. Lately, I've been working on a project that I've been kind of previewing on my Instagram that's a bunch of Pokemon for a friend of mine.
Mm-hmm.
So if you like the Pokermans, then you should check out my story on Instagram.
I'm Andy Hatton at Andy Hatton on Twitter. You can find links to our YouTube, Twitch, our website, links to my DMs Guild stuff. Next week, we have Task Force Unlikely, episode 13, and they're on the road to Seacomer / Daggerford, and it's going to be good.
We're gonna see Cause Hometown.
And then Strike Team Beta will be back in a couple weeks, hopefully with our regularly rescheduled episode. So thank you all for watching and playing and joining, and have a good night.
Yay.